What's up, everybody? This is the Shogun bringing you another video from Battleborn. In this case, this is a somewhat highlight video to a guy that made about Whiskey Foxtrot and using him and what's good about him and everything, and the setup that I use. And if you want to see that guide, I'll post a link in the description below. But it's basically showing a way that I run Whiskey Foxtrot, and I believe is the best way to run Whiskey Foxtrot, which is unknown to a lot of players who use Whiskey Foxtrot or the setup I use. So I guess I'll touch a little bit about that while I play clips in the back using this idea. It's not really a commentary video per se, but just me talking over clips. Anyways, like in the guide, or you'll see, or you can read in the guide, I basically pinpoint ways or the helix choices that I end up using as I run Whiskey Foxtrot. Level 1, I use Slow Sticky because he's an assassin. I like to play him as an assassin, so if you sticky them and they're slow, you can get a lot of burst damage off of them because they won't be able to move. But I really want to go for headshots and all that stuff. Level 2, I use Swiss cheese, and this is basically once you use your scrap cannon, all your rifle damage is increased by 25%. Now this is insane for the 25% bonus he can get once he kills an enemy. So basically, he get a total of 50% bonus damage with his rifle after a scrap blast, which is really good. I've ended up bursting before up to about 70 damage a bullet, which they shoot in three, so 3 round bursts, 210, and 4 round bursts 280, which I highly recommend 4 round bursts, but I'll get into that later. Anyways, level 4, I usually go for the electric sticky. I can't think of the name right now. It's basically it does more damage as you sticky them, and it's about an extra 200 normally, but on shields it's an extra 300. I go for that, and that just really assassinates because it's like they're getting sticky, they're taking damage, they want to run, but that's where Whiskey wants them to go, is to run. Level 5, I use reload speed, and this is where it gets controversial outside of the slow sticky. A lot of people say that this is not useful. I think that is bull. Like the thing about doing damage is mainly you're gonna get the most damage out of attack damage. So your attack damage is gonna be high. That's where you get a lot of the damage, anyways. So you want to reload that as much as possible, which will give you more damage. Now, I will admit that I will run the health regeneration when I don't have a healer. Like in these clips, I believe in this incursion, I ran health regeneration just for the fact we didn't have a healer. We was actually 4v5 in these clips, so I ran with the health regeneration. But other than that, I run reload. It's about damage. It's about bursting. That's how I like to use them. On level 6, I like to use. See, this is pretty much a given. Napalm. I mean, that's really, you get a lot of damage out there, especially if you slow and sticking them. They'll stay in that napalm a little bit longer. And on 7th Helix Choice, I used a 4 round burst, as previously stated. A lot of people are like, oh, use reload, 60% reload, you'll be able to do more. That's a lie. The more bullets you shoot, the more damage you'll be able to get, at least on a burst instance. Now, over time, if you're shooting, you may get more damage, but you're not going to be unloading clips like that all the time with Whiskey. It's pretty much you're going to hit, take a target down, and move to the next, and you want to burst that as fast as possible. So the double clip, the 60% increase reload every other clip is good, but 4 round burst is going to give you more damage. Level 8, I believe that's another controversial. Well, actually, no, it's not really controversial. That's the one I use the spread. Now, I use the spread for the fact that you can ping everything. I use it to hit as many enemies as possible for Swiss cheese and just bring that negative, or bring that 25% bonus bullet damage. So if anything was in the vicinity, I'll be able to hit them with the bullet damage. So I use that. And level 9, I use the damaging sticky. And now this is where it gets controversial. Now, the a lot of people want to go with the cooldown reduction, and that would be cool and all if you were engaged like in enemies all the time. But the thing about it is in PvP is that you're pretty much hit and move, especially with a character like Whiskey who likes to assassinate from a distance. I mean, that's his idea, to assassinate from a distance. So you're going to hit them and then you're going to move again. And so by the time you go to another lane, your sticky is going to be ready, and then you hit those enemies again with the sticky, and you'll have it back up by the next time you go to another lane, which it says 15% damage, but it's more than a 15% increase. I don't know the exact formula for it, but it can go anywhere from doing a base of 250 to going about like 320, and that's a really big change, especially if you have the sticky, uh, the electric sticky on top of that. They can literally take about almost 500 damage from one sticky, 5 to 600 damage. Now that's insane on top of a 210 burst. So yes, he can stack up the damage pretty quick. And the last hitless choice, I usually go for shield penetration, 100% shield penetration if I'm playing shield characters. Now, if it's somebody like if I have a team that at least 3 non-shield users, then I'll go with the 100 bullets, because by then it's just, trying to ping one character, 1 or 2 characters over the other 3. It's like, well, you get 100 damage, 100 bullets. By that time, everybody's doing crazy damage. Everybody's trying to burst each other out. So it'll still be fine. So I'll go for it in that case. Anyways, I believe I talked enough. I'll probably miss some cool stuff as I'm talking. So if you're listening as you're watching, you can kind of see. But all of this is based off my idea from every clip where it's Swiss cheese, 4-round burst, and everything. You can kind of see what you're capable of doing with it. So I'll try to touch maybe here or there as you watch a video. So, alright, I'll shut up now. Except if I get talking left and right, or talking to certain parts. Now, as I watch this clip, I want to say also that if your team is good, you don't necessarily need health regeneration, as opposed to just trying to get extra damage. Trying to use flag back is cool and all, but that's like a rookie tactic. Just get the slow sticky. That's so much better. If they ever get in your vicinity, just quick melee. And if you don't know how to quick melee, get good with it, cause that's how you gotta be a badass with whiskey, anyways.
Learn. Oh fuck! You shouldn't get healed from Umbra though. You should learn. Please learn.
And the reason like this is why I prefer the ACOG, because you can actually get that damage from a distance. I mean, the damage is insane. Let's see, I almost got a quad kill here, but I had to reload, and it sucks. I messed up all my knives. Anyway, the damage is insane, and if they ever get close, you can just shoot from the hip. I mean, his hip shot on this game is actually pretty good, so you don't have to worry about it. And you can kind of see how quick I'm able to take those minions down. Well, I guess with the help of Toei, but you can just see how quick he can burst it down. And this, with flat cannon, bonus damage, the 4-round burst, and sticky, you can just see how fast you're able to take an enemy down. With all of that, you can just assassinate in seconds. Like that Thorn right there, almost at least 4 seconds, he's almost dead. So you can just see how fast you can burst with this idea, with this setup that I use. Like I said, it's stick and move for the most part. You're going to take enemies down, then you're going to move. You're going to play in the shadows and really just burst your opponents down. See right there, I'm able to take 65 bullets, or 65 damage a bullet times 4. So it's really good burst damage. And just how fast you can melt. But and then this come, I went 12-0 this game, I believe. This is the last game I played just for this video. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it, or at least get the idea. I suggest you trying it too, and maybe you'll enjoy it and just see how well it is yourself. So this is the Shogun signing out. Peace out, everybody.
Their Thorn's name describes that whole fucking game. Yeah.